Base in California. And here it is, landing at Offutt Air Force Base less than an hour ago. The B-1B, a $200 million airplane. This is the first. There will be more. It's the newest addition to the national defense. Good afternoon.
Hi, my name is Jim Davis, and I'm doing a story on the guns. The guns are Michael Beebe, lead vocals and guitar, George Prescott on bass, Scott Logan rhythm guitar, Pat Frampton on drums, and Chuck Dragon on rhythm guitar. And of course, the Gunheads, the backup singers. I wasn't around for the first Guns gig. I heard it was really incredible, and it's like legend around here at Nebraska Studios. And when I heard about this upcoming Guns gig, I knew that I had to make a documentary, no, a rockumentary on this group, because this is really incredible. Michael, George, Scott, and Chuck are original Guns, and Pat's joining them after they kicked out the original drummer, George Rush, who's a hairdresser now. So they got rid of him. And really, this is where it's all going to take place. This is the practice area, and we've got about 2 weeks to really practice and get back to the old Guns that they used to be. And Michael's a really good singer, and I can't wait. I don't know what else to say, but let's just get on with the rockumentary.
Now, where's the pot?
We can always go back.
Yes, you can get rid of any spooky stuff here.
Did you push the button?
It's all right. Roll it.
And so the Guns began their 2 weeks of practice. And as well as this practice was going, it came as a surprise when Scott Logan became seriously ill and was hospitalized.
Yeah, go ahead. Do we get the sound?
We're on.
Hello. I'd like to make this special presentation to Mr. Scott Logan, the Guns Medal of Valor for service above and beyond the call of duty. Scott, I know this is a proud moment for you. And
Words cannot express.
you've shown true courage to carry through with the tradition of the Guns gig.
Well, you know, the Guns to me are one of the most important things in the world. Because the world needs people like us helping all those other people out there in the world that are starving. And they're in a lot worse shape than I am now.
But boy, if there were just more people like you in the world, maybe there would yet be hope for mankind. It is an honor for me now to present to you, as the Guns Medal of Valor, the last Rocker's button, the final Rocker's button.
Oh.
Wear it proudly, my boy.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm so proud to have this fine young man
I just
working.
don't know. This. I just don't know what I can say.
You give so much, and we're just proud to have you there. Last night's
It's the
rehearsal
greatest
with
thing that's
Bobby.
ever happened to me in my life. I just don't know what to say. I mean, this is the highest point of my career. You'll have to.
It's getting a little hard for us to do it, because I think that
I was lead guitar for the Guns, and Mike, what's been puzzling me is this violent name, the Guns. Where'd you get that from?
well, really, Jim, the name the Guns is actually a pun from my childhood, because when I was a small child, the kids all made fun of me because of my name Beebe, and they used to refer to me as BB Gun and such childhood taunts as that. And now as I've grown up, I look back upon it with humor and delight, and I thought, well, what a marvelous pun, Mike Beebe and the Gun, sort of a way of proving I'd overcome this childhood trauma.
So it's BB Gun. That's
the essence of the pun.
BB Gun. Okay. Yeah, I get that. It's been said that your music is devil's music. There's satanic overtones. And,
Well, this was never really true. The only reason any of this ever got started is because, well, I tried not to let this story get out, but let it just be said that there was an earlier gun who did seem to cause people to draw these kinds of conclusions, and for that reason, we removed him from the group. It was a hard decision.
that wouldn't be your father, Pop Gun, was it?
I don't want to go into it any further than that. I think it should rest there. I don't want to get in any trouble.
What makes a gun? What is a true gun?
A gun is an attitude. It's an essence of someone who really is in it for the music and for the fun of playing, more so than trying to make a buck and live upon other people's backs. It's an essence of a good attitude and the true fun and joy of playing in life. That's what a gun is.
So you're saying this is a way of life, then?
Oh yes, it's a way of life, a whole entire attitude about living. That is what makes a gun. Anyone who changes cannot survive.
Well, I can see you're setting a good example for the kids at home, and I'm
That's
sure
very important to me. Very
they would
important.
want to grow up to be guns. This USA for Omaha thing that you're doing, you're raising money for the needy, food for the Omaha Food Bank.
Yes, this is
I don't know, I still find this kind of ironic, that a rock band would be so concerned, especially with, like I said, the devil's music and the satanic overtones.
Well, those were false rumors. They were not true. It never was anything to do with the essence of the Guns. We've always been into charity and giving to others. That's been the essence. We've never played for money. The Guns never played for money. We only play at Peony Park to back up other bands and give of ourselves to others.
So pretty much you guys represent clean living then.
completely and thoroughly. That is our essence, and that is our goal.
I was touched earlier, too, when you gave Scott Logan, the rhythm guitarist, the Guns Medal of Honor, was it, or Valor?
Medal of Valor for his outstanding courage.
I want to go on record as saying that Scott Logan is one of the bravest rhythm guitarists in the world.
I'm embarrassed.
I don't know, I'm getting goosebumps all over. Do you know if George Rush is going to be there? I take that as no comment. Thank you. This is Jim Davis with Michael Beebe.
Wait. I would like to simply use this time to say here and now that I have not now or never will play with anyone who does dress hair. I found out too late once before this won't happen again, and I just would like everyone to know that no one in our band has or ever will dress hair. Thank you.
Nice play off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Gary Thompson, Gary Thompson.
Okay, now I'm on you.
Okay, we're talking with George Rush, is it? Or George Prescott. George Prescott, that's right. The original bass player for the Guns. And you seem a little nervous today, George. It's only days before the gig. What do we got? 2 days left.
Days? Days. Yeah, days. Yeah.
Okay.
Days before the gig.
I understand you're going to be singing lead on Paranoid. Is Ozzy Osbourne one of your idols?
Oh, Ozzy. Ozzy ate my bat, you know. That was my bat. That was Fred. He was a good guy, man.
Yeah, I do remember that bat.
He wasn't even up to full weight yet. I don't know what Ozzy thought he was doing. Thinks he's some kind of damn chef or something. I don't know.
Any other influences besides Ozzy's bat?
It wasn't Ozzy's bat. It was my bat. That's the whole reason. Oh, I just don't know. Yeah.
That incident always did confuse me. I thought maybe George Rush was up to that. Gave your bat to Ozzy?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, hey, man. Yeah.
Oh, the question before was any other influences besides Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. Yeah, Ozzy.
I also understand that you helped Michael Beebe, leader of the Guns, write the song Push the Button. Is this true?
Push the button. Push the button.
No, Michael's not here. Michael's not here. Don't worry.
Oh.
You can talk freely here. It's just me and you. Yeah, he will not be any the wiser. Well, it's nice talking to you.
Okay, I gotta be going now.
That's it with George from the Guns.
His same button.
Yeah. We got to interview Scott Logan live at the hospital, and we would soon find out the seriousness of his illness.
Producers, I would like to see you next week sometime.
Okay.
Give me a call if you get any more problems.
All right.
Very good. Goodbye.
All right.
That's it.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well,
We're going definitely.
Well, okay. Right. 7th floor. Right, it's just practically right outside the elevator.
come up here good.
All right.
Last chance.
Okay.
Told me they're gonna get rid of
Sounds good. Bye now.
even once I tried to move my arm, most times I've been able to shut it off.
What did you eat and drink for dinner?
Okay. I had tomato juice, just coffee, and milk.
You ready? Okay, we're here live at the North Tower Methodist Hospital with Scott Logan, rhythm guitarist for the Guns. Scott, what seems to be the problem? Is it the pressure of the gig that's getting to you, or?
This gig, I don't know. It's just, it's been so much effort working up towards it, you know. I mean, hey, this is a heck of a thing to live up to. I mean, being a gun is not an easy life. I mean, it took us 6 years to prepare for this gig from the last one. it took us the 3 years to recover, and then it took us another 3 years preparing for this one.
Been in the hospital for 3 years.
I've been in the hospital now for the last week or so because the pressure has been getting to me, and I talked to my doctor, and he said, you're just overexerting yourself, and all my systems shut down, and they had to start fixing me back up. It's just, this gig is just taking everything out of me, and I haven't even played the gig yet. What's going to happen to the gig? I may be back in here the night after. I don't know, but we'll find out.
Well, let me just say right now that there's no braver rhythm guitarist in the world today. I'm really impressed with what Scott's had to say. Rumor has it that George Rush has something to do with this.
Well, you know, I really wouldn't want to say anything bad about the guy. He was a former gun. I admit he became a hairdresser and seemed to turn into a gay boy or something, but, you know, that doesn't bother me. People can be what they want to be in this world. But somebody was, you know, I did, at a party for the gig the other night, he was there. You know, somebody told me he'd been there. And I never saw him, but I do know that when I was drinking, I had a Coke or something. I'll tell you, when I drank it, I just had this funny feeling something tasted wrong about it. And I just don't know, but it was shortly after that I collapsed completely.
Yeah, well, you know, he was there because I did see him, and a lot of talk was going around. They were saying the faggot this, the faggot that, you know, the hairdresser. And he was upset. I thought he was upset with Michael. I thought he was upset with the new drummer, Pat Frampton. And, you know, I'm surprised that he would go after the rhythm guitarist. Maybe it's just some kind of a ploy to cover. You know, it would be obvious to go after the drummer. And we're going to check into this, and we'll find out what's going on. I hope he's not at the gig because it could be disastrous. Getting back to the gig, this is a benefit for USA for Omaha, is it? And going to raise some money and get some food for the food bank.
Mm-hmm. We're going to help a lot of people out there who are starving out there. They're skinnier than I am because they can't get any food. Now, here in the hospital, they feed you pretty good. And I've been feeling a lot better since I got in here. But some of those people, they don't have the advantages I do in here. And they really need a lot of help. And that's what we're trying to do for them here. Is give some of those people a lot of help. Because it's not easy out there in the world, I'll tell you. I know from being a gun.
Well, this is Jim Davis, and I'm proud to know this guy. Like I said, one of the bravest. Despite Scott Logan's sudden illness, the show would still go on, so the band continued to practice, and practice they did. Michael Beebe would continue to lead the band through many of their hits. As the gig was advertised in the Fast Lane magazine, it was sure to be one of the highlights of the music scene this year in Omaha. Even though the gig was for charity, Michael was sure to push his album, the new Frampton and Beebe album. And the Gunettes continued to work on their moves. Pat Frampton was filling it admirably for the departed George Rush. And as Pat would say later, the gig became a gig. That song did kind of exceed the normal limits we've been
practice was tedious, but Michael and the rest of the guns were determined to put on a professional show.
Basic things.
And after all this hard practice, finally, the day of the gig was here.
Nebraska Studios just hours before the Guns gig tonight, and I'm with Scott Logan. He's out of the hospital and he's ready to go. How you feeling, Scott?
I'm feeling good today, I'll tell you. I'm ready to just... I was in the hospital.
What do you think of the new Coke?
But I'm ready for the gig.
I personally feel that the new Coke was a drastic mistake. I urge Coca-Cola to not only bring back the old Coke, but to withdraw new Coke from the marketplace. That's just the way I feel about it.
I couldn't agree more. Let me tell you, that stuff is garbage. In fact, I always thought Coke was garbage in the first place.
Were you drinking the new Coke the night you had to go to the hospital?
Not that I know of, but you never know. There are some strange people in this world. You know those backstage parties.
George Rush was there pushing new Coke.
You saw him?
He had a can. He had a 6.
Oh, man. Some people in this world, they just never learn. I don't know.
See, everybody's busy here at Nebraska Studios. Getting ready for the big gig. Excuse me, are you not Pat Frampton? Yes, I am. You're the guy that replaced George Rush, right?
I'm not ready for my interview yet, though.
Not ready.
No, but I did.
I don't know, I can feel the excitement here. Everybody's here, the roadies are here, the band's here.
Wait, Chuck isn't here.
Where's Chuck?
But there's something more important to talk about, and that's RC Cola. RC.
What?
This
Did I
is
hear
the cola.
RC?
This is the cola that you should... The KGB tried to stop this cola, but even they couldn't stop the fresh, refreshing taste of RC Cola.
Is it not true you're going to get this cola to the kids in Ethiopia?
Yes, we've sent several cases of RC to the kids in Ethiopia. We're hoping the caffeine will help them get through their days.
Were they empty or full?
Well, we did drink most of the cola before we shipped it. We couldn't help that.
It's so good, you know.
Saves a lot on air freight.
But RC, but so misunderstood. No, that's Dr. Pepper.
You're full.
The extraordinary.
Anyhow, I wouldn't drink any other.
Then there was the tedious task of loading the thrust van lines for the gig.
Yeah, just stay out here and keep getting this footage.
Not this time.
The whole band's gonna die, all right.
We're all gonna die.
And finally, Chuck was there.
Up for the big gig. Yeah. We're gonna rock Omaha, and I'm here to tell you, Mr. Wrestling Rock and Roll, that...
I'm ready. I'm here to play loud.
What?
I'm here to play loud.
Chuck said he's here to play loud.
Loud and fast. Yeah, this is probably the easy way.
How you doing, Chuck?
Okay.
Enjoying this nice hot day.
Yes, I too carry equipment.
That's Chuck Dragon, rhythm guitarist for the Guns, also known as the Silent Gun. Chuck was a little puzzled this day as to where things would go and what his purpose was.
What do we got? 5 blocks?
How many hi-hats stand you got? I got one in mine.
3.
Chuck often stares into doorways, wondering, why am I here? What is the answer to life, universe, and everything?
Has it that Mr. Frampton here does not want to talk about George Rush at this time? Okay. Good enough?
You see, I really don't want to. Can I get this close?
Yeah.
I don't really want to discuss it at this time. Later on, after the show, perhaps I'll give an interview. I'm not granting any right now. Thank you.
Cut. Oh, we gotta get to the gig now, guys. I hope it starts.
It should start. I'm really honored to be driving you guys.
Here we are, the official Guns limousine.
Of course there are two, because one does not suffice.
Yeah, we're gonna kick ass tonight.
Ready to burn now.
Any truth to the rumor that you guys are going to dump Michael after the gig? Form your own band?
No comment.
No comment.
Personally escorting Scott Logan and George Prescott, most of the Guns equipment to Beebe Park. Nice gig. And, hey, we're looking to get cans of food for the people that really need it.
Out of the way, people.
Get this fire truck? Different.
We got a transport fireman, oh my God.
Beebe Park's on fire, man!
George Rush can be up to this. Omaha seemed to be turned upside down due to the Guns reunion. Traffic's really thick. This Guns reunion is just put Omaha in a frenzy, ladies and gentlemen. There's police, ambulance, fire trucks everywhere.
You can get it out the side.
We'll make it to this gig.
Ooh.
Hey, where was one of the bands that's playing the one?
Is this thing going?
Sit. Yes, the Gunettes are warming up. The Gunettes were even practicing in the parking lot, trying to work out any last-minute bugs in their routine. The Guns had finally arrived at Peony Park, and the main worry of most of the Guns, including Michael and the new drummer Pat Frampton, would George Rush be there? Spotters were set all over the park with cameras. We spotted this man in a blue shirt with the yellow curly hair. Could this be George Rush? This man seemed to be everywhere this day. Luckily for us, he did not spot our cameras. He was even seen talking on stage with Pat Frampton, and we tapped into this conversation. Listen. Well, George, I don't know about this hairdresser stuff. I want to drum for the Guns.
Oh, come on, man. I used to drum for the Guns. They just use you and throw you out.
Well, you know, I want to do it, but, geez, I don't know.
look, I can get you a job at Stewart's if you could just, well, you know, if you could just go to school there, I could get you a job like mine.
Well, I'll talk to you after the gig.
Hey, you want some new Coke?
Trying to push new Coke on the unsuspecting crowd.
Hey, guys, would you like to try some new Coke? Hey, anybody interested in some new Coke?
Get out of here. You sound like a hairdresser.
Oh, fuck you. Let's go over here for a while. Maybe these guys, hey, how about you? You want to try some new Coke?
Maybe that guy over there. Leave me alone, please.
How about you? You want to try some new Coke?
See you later, buddy.
Guys,
See you later.
back here. Really, it's really good.
Maybe next time. And finally, the day was here, and the gig was a gig. Here's the Guns.
We'd like to do a special song here. This is something we call sack rock.
Right on
put this band together just to play this charity for me, and I really appreciate them all. Got Mr. Scott Logan on the far side of the stage. Mr. George Prescott. Back on the drums there, we got someone who plays a little bar band with me called Jeff Morris and the Rattlers, and my recording partner who helped me put out the first Frampton BB album, Mr. Pat Frampton. Behind me over here, Mr. Chuck Ryder on guitar. Over on the far side on vocals, we've got Kathy and Karen Hunt, the Hunt Queen. We'd like to play a song now by Mr. Neil Young. Just a few minutes. Thank you.
That little incident will cost me more, I'm sure.
So the gig was finally over, and we were granted these exclusive interviews after the gig with Pat Frampton, Vic Sachs, and Michael Beebe.
Drummer for the Guns, he's gonna grant us an interview now. The gig's over. How do you feel, Pat?
Hey, just great. The gig came off, and it actually turned into a gig. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Any pressure filling in for the departed George Rush?
Oh, I'd rather not talk about that. I don't know. Let's move on.
Well, okay, the guy was there, though, and he was pushing new coke, and I did see him talking to you. Did you recognize him, or?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to say.
I think he had his hair done up different or something.
Yeah.
You know, he is a hairdresser.
Yeah, they had that new coke there. I myself, I drink RC.
Right here.
You know.
Yeah, we all do.
Empty or full. But that's beside the point. The gig came off. Beebe was out there whittling away, playing with his teeth, you know, doing the usual stuff that he does.
Yeah, I was real excited. I was getting goosebumps all over, you know, and could barely stand still. It was a thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, I use these sticks, you know, right here.
These? Can I have those?
Sure.
Thanks.
No, I don't have a set of sticks.
Oh, the next gig probably won't be for 6 years anyway.
Yeah, I got 6 years to save up, and then my plans, are at the next 6-year reunion to, well, maybe grow my hair out a little bit and use some curlers or something to get this sort of effect with it,
They have this thing about kicking out drummers that are hairdressers, so it's nice knowing you, Pat.
I was going to Stuart's hairdressing salon pretty soon, though.
That's it with Pat Frampton from the Guns. I'm here with Vic, and I've got Pat Frampton's drumsticks, and you play sax for the Guns, is that correct? Road manager. They don't travel too much.
No, that's why they,
Not a very steady job, is
on
it?
stage, I tried not to.
Try not to. Your hair looks nice. He didn't do that, did he?
No, actually, George did my hair one time, and I didn't get a date for the next year or so,
That's too bad. Coke.
Well, I think I'd seen him back there, but as soon as he did, I kind of walked on.
There was a commotion, I seen some people pointing. They were going, there goes the faggot, there goes the faggot. I didn't know if it was him or not, but...
Well, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me. If anybody who wears silk to me, it's kind of hard to tell. It's George Rush is, how can I put it?
A fluke of our time, I think.
He's like a person that can't tell the difference between a donkey and a fresh Debbie Gray.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. That's good. Well, BB, right after the gig, Michael, it was pretty impressive.
Thank you very much, Jim. I was really proud and pleased to be able to do this for people. And I was just happy the way the Guns played. I thought they really came off well.
It looked like there was about, by my guess, 50,000 people there?
Well, I have trouble counting crowds, but it was one of the largest groups I've ever played for.
What's happening?
Hey, and here's Mr. Pat Frampton, the man who replaced George Rush at the drums, and he really proved himself. He didn't play badly like George Rush did at the last gig. Of course, I know it was because he was, at the time, transitioning into a hairdresser.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but Pat says he's going to go to the Stewart School of Hairdressing, is it?
Yeah, Stuart's. You can see George fix my hair once. Right around the top there, he really did a good job. He took a lot off, he really did. Right around here, he took it used to be there till he worked on it.
Stewart's?
I don't feel good, though.
Hair?
I'm trying to snooze coke at
The hairdressing school?
I was at the concert, and I didn't see a thing. These guys played us.
This guy's going to dress hair?
But I tell you, George Rush was out in the audience pushing new Coke. I'm telling you, he come up to me and asked me if I wanted to buy a six-pack of new Coke. And I saw the bouncers on, man. I told the bouncers, I think this guy's trying to push this stuff, This stuff ain't no good. What happened to Scott? Or whatever his name is.
Oh,
But, I mean, he was in the hospital. It wasn't just the pressure of the gig.
But he's going to dress hair?
Yeah. And push Coke.
But my new drummer is going to dress hair?
We'll take care of that. Put the
Can you believe this?
We'll take care of it.
Pat Frampton, the new drummer, is going to dress hair. You can have your six back.
I cannot believe this. I'm stunned. The man's going to dress hair. I can't deal with it.
Hey, we're going to talk.
We've got 6 years. We'll find another drummer. And this time, he won't dress hair.
This guy is not going to dress hair. I'll hit him and pass him to you. You hit him and pass him to me. We'll just pass him around.
I can't even deal with this.
We don't want to do that because we love him, but we don't want him to.
I gotta go.
Dave, you can't do it. This is your name, Davis.
Live from Jabrowski
Got to rock
Studios.
and roll. You
Oh, this is the gun story. I don't know what's going on.
No. You can't go to Stewart's.
Thank you.
glad